I want to show you how to apply a gradient to text. And there's a little trick to it that if you don't know it, you might think it's impossible and you could just spend hours trying to figure it out. Well, I know I did. Right now I have a plain blank artboard open on the screen. Color mode doesn't matter. And I want to zoom in a little bit just because I'm going to type some text here. And I'll scroll up here to the top. And let's just get the regular text tool. And if you're going to apply a gradient to text, you generally want a bold, thick font. Now, can't really see that up here yet, so I'm just going to click. Now, I know I want this to be centered, so I'm going to make that centered. And I'll just click right here. And let's go and choose something. Now, you can choose whichever font you want, but it just should be kind of large and thick. Maybe I'll make this like 48 points. I'll turn on my caps lock key. Okay, that looks good. And now I'll get my regular selection tool. Now, we had a lesson earlier in this course about how to apply gradients, and you might think, okay, no problem. I'll leave the text selected, and I'll go over here to the gradient panel and click it. And let me click down here and enable it, and nothing happens. And you can adjust this all you want, and you can see the adjustment is happening over there, but nothing's happening. And the reason is that text, regular text by itself, simply does not support gradients. So there's two things you could do. One thing is you can take the text and convert it to outlines. Once it's outlines, the text is just like regular shapes that you drew with the drawing tools, and then you can apply gradients and do all kinds of stuff. But the problem with that is as soon as you convert the text to outlines, it's no longer editable as text. So there is a better way. First, let me just drag this panel off onto the page here. And what we do is we bring up the appearance panel. That's this over here, kind of looks like the little sunshine. Click that, and you can see here that this is simply telling us, okay, we have type and nothing else. But if you take a look down here, we have a bunch of buttons. The first button here will create a new stroke. The second one will create a new fill. So click that, stretch it out if you need to, and it's telling you, hey, there's a new fill. It happens to be the same color that the original one was, but this is now editable. So let's hide that. Now let's click underneath the bar here in the gradient panel, and look at that. Now we have a gradient. What's showing up here in the color box is showing up here. So I'll just do a simple quick one. I'll double click this first slider. Maybe I'll make that, I don't know, yellow. And I'll double click this one over here. Maybe I'll make that cyan or blue or something like that. And now I could just go edit it. I'll get the gradient tool. I want to make sure actually that this is radial. I think this will look a little more cool. And now I could drag this anywhere I want, extend it, and this is now just like any gradient that you would apply to any object. I'll just deselect to get a better look at it. And you may recall I said before that this text is fully editable because we didn't have to turn it to outlines. So now I could go and I can edit this just like it's regular text because it is. So that's the trick. If you ever want to apply a gradient to text, go over to the appearance panel and create a new fill.